Hero! Oh, we shouldn't be saying hero anymore, we should be saying Mob Psycho! Like, now we finally got, if you can tell though, I'm a bit of a One Punch Man fan. I'm a little bit of a tard for it. I absolutely adore One Punch Man, but now it's time to say hello to one's brand new work. It's Mob Psycho 100, and I've got to say, immediately you can kind of tell from my response, I was really into this show. I absolutely adored it like that. Like, let's just immediately talk about that intro. My god, which I'm guessing is Mob, because the entire, like, this gauge throughout the entire, like, episode, like, it's like, oh, he's 25% away from, like, snapping or something, and it's like, no, like, when we get to see that, like, that intro, I'm guessing, like, when he's just taking out all those crazy spirits, I'm guessing that's, like, what he's at his max power, or, like, when he has, like, a temper tantrum or something, where you see it, like, it's just, like, you keep seeing, like, this energy bar just keep going up, the more and more he snaps, and it's just, like, such beautiful fucking art and animation, just, like, the fluid, like, of, like, how it just keeps moving around, which, like, Bones outdid them. I was very worried on that, considering that, you know, Madhouse and the addition of, like, Yusuke Murata's art style as well, which was, you know, a big thing that really helped One Punch Man, like, when it was coming to its anime run. And this time, this didn't have Yusuke Murata doing the art. This is all One's art style, and Bones really just made this stuff like absolutely beautiful like that. And very strange that this is the first time I'm coming into one of his works, since I read, you know, pretty much the majority of all of, like, One Punch Man before I even saw any of that. But this time and all that, I had no real clue what was going to go on in the episode. Like, I've only seen like one page or two. I've only seen like a couple of, like, designs of characters. I do know, like, the world is connected to the One Punch Man world. I think like you can clearly see that, you know, like what we saw Saitama was like on the Ragazfo, and I believe, like, you know, like Tatsumaki, like, or something is, like, mentioned once or twice in the manga, like, so I'm really curious about that. But clearly in this world though, it's like focusing on spirits, and like saying, like, even the scientific, like, can't explain all this, like, mad spirits and yokais around there. However, we do have people that exercise and known as psychics, and our main character Mob, who happens to be, like, the actual, like, student of this piece of shit scumbag slime ball like that, right? And I'm like, this motherfucker, you can see right now, like, from here, like, he was saying, oh yeah, I can do this, here's all these courses. And I love the fact that he was like, he was talking to the couple, and he was like, oh, it's alright, if we exercise this beautiful, like, you know, this creature and all that, we can fix, like, we can make your wife's face beautiful again. It's like, there's nothing wrong with her face, like that. It's like, Reagan, you are a fucking G, like that. You are also a scumbag. And just, like, every time he was like, oh my god, what incredible aura, oh my god, this is the biggest one I felt in a while. That's the wrong housemate. It's like, this guy's a fraud. Nah, he's a fraud. And just the way he's going, like that. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, I think it was just, like, the way it's designed and all that, and, like, maybe the hair. But, like, for me and all that, like, like, is it me, or does this look like Ichigo, or, like, great teacher Onizuka, that if he was a businessman? I don't know, maybe it doesn't help with, like, kind of the orangey hair, like, around him like that. But it's like, when he was just doing it around, I don't know, just, like, it looks like if, like, say, like, Ichigo had a nervous breakdown at some point, he just went to join, like, the Mob Psycho world. That's how I felt of him, like that. Or, like, great teacher Onizuki, because he kind of looked a lot like that character. But it's like, nah, I absolutely adored, like, that, like, everything. And even when, like, the big, like, fucking ghost came out, and he was, like, trying to throw salt at it, it's like his super secret technique, like the salt throw, like that. And then he's like, oh, like, Mom, get your ass over here, like that. And finding out that he's a complete and utter fraud, and that Mob's the one that's got legit powers, and that he's completely Rex house. This is the thing where I, like, come into it, like, this is only going by a first. I don't know if, like, Mob changes throughout the entire series and all that, but I way prefer Saitama over Mob as of, like, the first episode comparisons, because I actually, like, I think, like, from what we saw and all that, like, Saitama's hilarious. Mob is good, but Mob doesn't work. I feel like Mob is a lot better when, like, Reigen's around. Like, I feel like having a whole, maybe, like, episode about him, unless we don't know more about him. Like, he seems like he has a kind of okay family life and all that. He has, like, the smartest son. It seems like, you know, he, like, has no idea what kind of way his life wants to go right now, and especially that he's, like, dealing with this piece of shit, like, like, asshole that's, like, trying to, like, take money from him and everything. So it's like, you know, Reigen just, like, gives him out, like, 900 yen for, like, doing all this work, and it's like, you piece of shit, you absolute piece of shit, you do that. And it's like, and then even when they went into, like, this giant tunnel, like, when there was at one point, it's like, oh, let's just go in this tunnel area where there's all these, like, giant butt like a ghost everywhere like that, and it's just like, oh, Mob, just take care of them all, and like, it's like, and he's trying to run away, and then he meets the big one, he's trying to like literally like run away like a huge cow, and I'm like, this piece of shit. Like, so honestly, I think like Reagan kind of stole the show for me. Like, I think he was like the main one like over it, but definitely I've got to say, like, Mob's power is ridiculous and all that. Like, I know, like, it may happen one day that I would love to see, like Mob and just, like, Saitama just meet once and just maybe have, like, a little clash or something like that. I know, like, probably a lot of people are already saying that already. It's like, oh, who's stronger, Mob or Saitama? And it's just like, I want to know, because from that intro, he's nuts. Like, Mob has an insane amount of, like, psychic power, like, to deal with, so I really want to know that case. But we'll talk a little bit about the music as well, since we're going to talk about that. The Mob Psycho intro, I love how they start counting down up to 99, and then obviously the title comes in with the 100. I really like that part of it. I think the ending I like a lot as well. It's good. I know a lot of people saying like, oh, you know, stop comparing it to One Punch Man, but you know, it's his other work, and it's like, it has kind of the same comedy as One Punch Man, which I love. I love that kind of comedy. I think that's like very slapstick and very just like on the nose, I feel like, with a lot of it, and just overall, like, you know, you can clearly see, like, even when he was like exercising that first ghost, which is nuts, like psychic animation, like just like that, it was like very psychedelic, and it just looked very well, and just so colorful. But like, like, you know, I really like the show a lot. I definitely say it. The only thing I'll say that the first episode I felt was weak on is that I didn't know a lot about Mob from the start like that. Apart from that, you know, he seems like he has an okay life. He has a crush on a girl, and that he's like, he seems like, you know, from what he looks like, from what I'm guessing right now, he doesn't seem like he knows too much where his life is going at the moment. So we'll honestly have to wait and see. Might have to check the manga at a point, like some point, but I'll honestly I feel like I'm just gonna watch the show first. But like, on that, yeah, like, it's really good so far. I really enjoy it. I definitely feel like the psychic thing, and like the amount of like how unique they're making like the animation and the art and all that. Bones really did it well and all that. I was very like shocked to feel that they were going to be doing it. I thought it was honestly going to be like something like, you know, like, or maybe Madhouse would take that over, but no, like, you know, Bones is equally doing impressive stuff as like One Punch Man. One Punch Man was doing more crazy moves and all that. Like, I think it works with its art style, and they're trying to like no, don't look at the characters like they're not that detailed, but they will do crazy stuff with them, and it's like, make it more colorful than One Punch Man, while like One Punch Man is a lot more gory. Like, make it more gory and violent and like more intense, like manga panels and all that, like for it. But it's like, no, with this one, it's like, let's do this, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm really looking forward to like watching this every week. I think it's definitely going to be the show for me that's going to steal the season. I definitely think that's what's going to be it. But other than that, I generally really loved this episode a lot. I thought it was hilarious stuff there. Like I said, the only issue I said I had at the start of the thing, or which I hope we get a little bit more in the next episode, or maybe like future on in the series, is maybe a little bit more on Mob at the moment. That's the only thing I'll have at the moment. So at the moment, I probably will give this a 9.5 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was fantastic. I do want to give it that 10 though. I do want to give it 10. But honest thing where it's like, do I like One Punch Man first episode more than this? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know. I think what One Punch Man is more straight at you, like, oh, this is what you're getting, this is what you're getting, like that. While like Mob was kind of a lot more comedic. So we'll have to wait and see. Like, I think, like, even though I gave the first episode of One Punch Man a 10 and this a 9.5, but even still, if I look back at that One Punch Man episode, I'd probably both give them both 9.5 out of 10 like that. So we'll honestly have to wait and see, like, later on in the show, and like see if there's going to be any like bad guys or antagonists, or like what they're going to be dealing with, or is it just going to be like Ghost of the Week. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's all for me. Like, I feel like I've talked enough about this show. I could go on forever though about every scene about it, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching as always. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you definitely want to subscribe for more like Mob Psycho 100, then you know where to do that as well. I'll see you guys though next time.